Do you wake up feeling like you've barely slept, even after a full night? Does your energy crash by mid-afternoon, leaving you reaching for coffee or sugary snacks just to get through the day? If you're constantly asking yourself, why am I always tired? You're not alone. I get it. I've been there. Feeling tired all the time isn't just annoying. It can really impact your life. It affects your mood, your focus, your relationships, and your ability to enjoy the things you love. You might miss out on activities with your kids, feel less productive at work, or just not have the energy to do the things that make you happy. You might be thinking it's just a normal part of getting older, but often it doesn't have to be this way. There are often simple ways to boost your energy naturally. And in this episode, we're going to dive into the most common reasons why you might be feeling tired all the time. But more importantly, I'm going to give you practical, easy to follow steps to help you get your energy back. No extreme diets or complicated routines required. We're going to focus on simple changes you can make to your lifestyle and your gut health to feel more vibrant and energetic every day. I remember as a kid, I was always tired. I had those dark circles under my eyes and I thought it was just me, but it wasn't. It was my gut and I didn't know it then. Let's start with the most obvious culprit, poor sleep habits. It sounds simple, but many of us aren't getting enough quality sleep our bodies need. This is often due to four main culprits. Firstly, not enough sleep. Most adults need around 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night, and if you're constantly getting less than that, your body doesn't have enough time to recharge. Think of your body like a phone. If you don't charge it fully overnight, the battery won't last through the day. And secondly, irregular sleep schedule. Going to bed and waking up at different times each day can disrupt your body's natural sleep-wake cycle, even if you're getting enough sleep. Imagine you have a train that runs on schedule. If the schedule changes every day, the train will be late or early and won't run efficiently. Our bodies like a regular schedule. Third is poor sleep environment. A noisy, bright, or uncomfortable bedroom can make it hard to fall asleep and stay asleep. So make sure your bedroom is dark, quiet, and cool. Invest in blackout curtains, use a white noise machine, and make sure your mattress and pillows are comfortable. And lastly, screen time before bed. The blue light from phones and tablets can interfere with your body's production of melatonin, a hormone that helps you sleep. So avoid screens for at least an hour before bed, read a book, take a bath, or do some gentle stretching instead. Here's a quick question. How many hours of sleep do you usually get each night? Comment below with your number. I'm curious to see how common sleep struggles really are in this community. And the second problem that has a huge impact on sleep is diet and nutrition. What you eat or don't eat has a huge impact on your energy levels, and there are four main areas of nutrition that we need to discuss. Firstly, sugar and refined carbs like white bread, white rice, pasta, sugary cereals, pastries, and cakes. These give you a quick burst of energy, but then crash hard, leaving you feeling even more tired. And think of these foods like a sugar rush for a kid. They're super hyper for a short time, and then they crash. Focus on whole, unprocessed foods like fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean protein. And secondly, lack of protein. Protein is essential for energy production and helps stabilize blood sugar levels. Include protein in every meal, and good sources include eggs, chicken, fish, beans, and lentils. Third is nutrient deficiencies. Not getting enough of certain vitamins and minerals like iron, vitamin B12, and vitamin D can lead to fatigue. Iron deficiency anemia is a common cause of fatigue, especially in women. And if you suspect you might have a nutrient deficiency, talk to your doctor about getting a blood test. I personally do full body bloods annually in order to assess my nutrient levels and adjust accordingly. Then there's dehydration. Even mild dehydration can make you feel tired and sluggish. Drink plenty of water throughout the day. A good rule of thumb is to drink approximately 30 to 35 milliliters of water per kilogram of your body weight per day. And always make sure you have water on hand. And just before we jump into the third cause of fatigue, gut health, let's clear something up. A lot of people think fatigue is just about sleep or coffee, but here's the truth. If your gut isn't working, it doesn't matter how much caffeine you drink or how much sleep you get, you're still going to feel flat. And gut health is your engine room, and it's often the missing link. Let me explain why. Gut health, this is a big one and often overlooked. Your gut plays a crucial role in energy production, nutrient absorption, and overall well-being. So it's something that is sadly not educated on in schools, but an absolutely key ingredient to not feeling tired all the time. There are 4 primary elements to discuss that can upset your gut's ability to produce energy. First is the gut dysbiosis. This is an imbalance of bacteria in your gut, which can lead to inflammation and fatigue. Think of your gut as a garden. If there are too many weeds, i.e. the bad bacteria, the flowers, which are the good bacteria, won't thrive, and the garden won't be healthy. So focus on gut-friendly foods like fiber-rich vegetables, fermented foods like yogurt, sauerkraut, and kimchi, and prebiotic foods like onions, garlic, and bananas. And I would also strongly suggest a probiotic supplement to support your mitochondria, which is your good bacteria. Secondly is leaky gut. When the lining of your gut becomes damaged, it can allow toxins and undigested food particles to leak into your bloodstream, causing inflammation and fatigue. So support your gut lining by avoiding processed foods, reducing stress, and getting enough sleep. And additionally, you can strengthen your gut lining by taking bovine collagen, as it contains both type 1 and type 3 collagen. And so type 1 is for skin, hair, and nail health, but type 3 collagen will strengthen the lining of your gut, thereby reducing leaky gut and therefore restoring gut health and your gut's ability to produce the energy. Number 3 are food sensitivities. Certain foods can trigger inflammation and fatigue in some people, so pay attention to how you feel after eating certain foods. If you notice a pattern, consider an elimination diet to identify potential food sensitivities. And lastly, poor nutrient absorption. If your gut isn't healthy, it may not be able to absorb nutrients properly, even if you're eating a healthy diet. And this then leads to a vicious cycle of not having the right nutrients to create the energy. So focus on healing your gut lining with gut-friendly foods, stress reduction, and bovine collagen. In short, if your gut isn't functioning properly, no amount of sleep, caffeine, or clean eating will give you the energy you're chasing, because true vitality starts in the gut. And what is vitality? Vitality is feeling energized all the time, which means not feeling tired all the time. The 4th key factor impacting your energy is stress and lifestyle, and it's often underestimated. Chronic stress is a silent energy thief. When you're constantly stressed, your body pumps out cortisol, which is the stress hormone. And while this helps in short bursts, long-term exposure can disrupt sleep, weaken immunity, and leave you feeling chronically drained. Think of it like an alarm that never shuts off. Eventually, your system crashes. So prioritize stress relief through things like daily movement, meditation, deep breathing, or simply spending time in nature. Lack of exercise might seem like a solution when you're tired, but it actually contributes to fatigue. Regular moderate movement boosts blood flow, supports mitochondria, which is your good bacteria, and improves your mood and energy. So aim for 30 minutes of activity most days: walks, yoga, strength training, whatever you enjoy. A sedentary lifestyle, which is like too much sitting, not enough movement, also slows everything down. Your circulation, your metabolism, your energy production. So get up every hour, stretch, take a quick walk. Small actions make a big impact. And finally, overdoing it is just as harmful. If you're always on, pushing through fatigue, saying yes to everything, burnout is inevitable. Rest is productive. Schedule it like you do everything else, because your energy depends on it. And when it comes to energy, your lifestyle is either fueling you or draining you. And small intentional shifts can completely transform how you feel. And another major contributor to low energy, especially in women, is hormonal imbalance. Hormones act like messengers in your body, and when they're off, your energy, mood, and overall well-being can suffer. So let's look at the key areas here for hormone function. Firstly, we've got thyroid function. Your thyroid regulates metabolism, and when it's underactive, a condition called hypothyroidism, you may experience extreme fatigue, weight gain, feeling cold, brain fog, and mood changes. So what are the action steps? If you suspect a thyroid issue, ask your doctor for a full thyroid panel. A simple blood test can help identify imbalances and determine the right treatment. Then we've got adrenal health. Prolonged stress can deregulate your adrenal glands, which makes them confused, which are responsible for producing cortisol, which is your main stress hormone. So while the term adrenal fatigue gets thrown around a lot, it's really about HPA axis dysfunction, which is your brain and adrenal system not communicating properly. And this can lead to low energy, poor stress resilience, and sleep issues. So what are the action steps? Support your adrenals by managing stress daily. Use practices like deep breathing, meditation, gentle movement, and most importantly, prioritizing sleep and blood sugar balance. And then we've got menopause and perimenopause. As estrogen and progesterone fluctuate during these transitions, energy dips are common, along with hot flushes, night sweats, irritability, and poor sleep. And these shifts are natural, but that doesn't mean you have to suffer through them. So what can you do? Talk to your healthcare provider about supportive options, from lifestyle changes to HRT, so you can feel more like you again. Hormonal health is essential to energy, vitality, and emotional balance. So if you feel off, don't ignore it. Your hormones might be trying to tell you something. A friend of mine recently went through perimenopause, and she didn't realize her chronic fatigue, her irritability, and her brain fog were hormonal. And it wasn't until she got her bloods checked and adjusted her diet and sleep that things turned around. So if you're feeling off, trust your gut and ask questions. Hormones matter more than most of us are taught. Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground. Let's recap the key reasons why you might be feeling tired and what you can do about it. Improve your sleep habits, aim for 7 to 9 hours of sleep quality per night, maintain a regular sleep schedule, create a relaxing bedtime routine, and make sure your bedroom is conducive to sleep. Optimize your diet, focus on whole, unprocessed foods, include protein in every meal, address any nutrient deficiencies, and stay hydrated. Third, support your gut health. Eat gut-friendly foods, reduce stress, and pay attention to any food sensitivities. Then we've got manage stress and prioritize lifestyle. Find healthy ways to manage stress, get regular exercise, and make sure you're getting enough rest. Consider hormonal balance. If you suspect hormonal issues, consult with your doctor for testing and advice. I want you to understand that this isn't just theory for me. I've lived through the exhaustion, the confusion, and the frustration of feeling like my body was working against me. From the time I was a little girl, I was constantly tired. I had these deep, dark circles under my eyes. I struggled to sleep, and I just never seemed to have enough energy. And everyone, including myself, just assumed how I was. That's how I was. And my mother always used to make me go to bed as early as possible, thinking I just needed to get more sleep. But that wasn't the answer. Looking back, I now know it all stemmed from my gut. I had these awful rashes as a child, a clear sign that my gut was in distress. And when my gut was off, my energy was non-existent. Then there was the glandular fever. After the virus cleared, I was left with this crushing brain fog. I feel like I was living underwater. I couldn't think, I couldn't focus, and when I asked my doctor if it could be linked to my gut, I was told there's absolutely no connection. But I knew that there was, and I'd seen it before, so I went back to my naturopath and she confirmed my suspicion. My gut had been compromised and it was affecting my brain and my energy. And we worked on healing my gut, and slowly the brain fog lifted. My mind cleared, my mood improved, and I started to feel like myself again. And with that came a level of energy I had never experienced. And that's when I truly understood the gut energy connection. It wasn't just about feeling tired. It was about feeling like my body was constantly fighting an uphill battle. And healing my gut was like taking the weight off my shoulders. Even during my pregnancies, when I experienced extreme skin dehydration, it all came back to the gut. My naturopath reminded me, go back to the gut. And when I started focusing on rebuilding my gut lining with bovine collagen, not only did my skin heal, but my energy levels soared. I've learned firsthand how deeply interconnected our bodies are, and I know how overwhelming it can feel to tackle all of this at once. But trust me, small changes can make a huge difference. And when I started focusing on my gut health and then my sleep, I noticed a massive shift. And that's what I want for you, to experience that same transformation, that same reclaiming of your energy and your life. So to answer the question, why am I always tired? It's likely a combination of these factors. And here's the key takeaway. You can fix it. You don't have to accept feeling drained and sluggish as your normal. And by prioritizing sleep, nourishing your body with the right foods, supporting your gut health, managing stress, and being aware of potential hormonal imbalances, you can reclaim your energy and feel vibrant again. So start with 1 or 2 small changes this week and build from there. You have the power to transform how you feel. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more tips on how to improve your health and well-being. And if you're serious about fixing your gut, your skin, and your energy for good, this video right here is where you start. Click it now and I'll see you there. Remember, you don't have to live with constant fatigue. By making small changes to your lifestyle and focusing on your gut health, you can reclaim your energy and start living your best life. Thanks for watching.